Hello everybody, your Tegra here, and I am back with a new series. So, you may or may not know that I have been crazy into Doctor Who, okay? I've been watching all the classic episodes, all the modern episodes, meeting the actors. I've been doing loads of stuff, alright? So, of course, I have got to be considered a Whovian, right? So, I just finished watching The Massacre and the Demons. And then, just before I did that, I realised that there was an opportunity to do a big experiment. Something that I've never done before. What is that, you ask? Well, we'll get to that a bit later. First, let's talk about the events I've been to. So, in February, I think, I went to Critical Hit Nottingham and I met one of the doctors. Sylvester McCoy it was, and yeah, he was nice, and I got to sign a Davros Funko Pop, and that was the closest thing I had to something related to him. I mean, he did encounter Davros at the time, and I considered that was good enough. And then in May, the beginning of May, I went to the Liverpool Comic Con. And I met Arthur Darvill. I got some photos with him, and he was nice. But, like, really nice. Probably one of the best celebrity interactions I've had. And I got him to sign Series 5. Now, Karen Gillan and Matt Smith were also there, but Karen Gillan had already sold out, and yeah, when I did check, Matt Smith's photograph was available, but since I hadn't seen any of his episodes, I thought, well, there's no point getting a photograph from him. How very wrong I was when I later realised that it doesn't matter if I haven't seen the doctors. If I get the chance to get an autograph or a photograph, I have to take that chance. And now I remember that just before we went to Liverpool on the Saturday to the hotel and then went to the Comic-Con on Sunday, on Saturday, before we went, we also went to the Nottingham City Centre to get, or was it the Derby Centre? Well, it was to meet Colin Baker, and well, we just got a photograph, quite a few, well, selfies, and an auto on season 23. Even though I wanted 22 more to watch, I just thought, 23 is cooler since it's this one big storyline. So, yeah, it's probably just cooler to sign. Going a bit off topic here, but probably I bet people do that in loads of videos like these. I bought Funko Pops while I was at the Liverpool Comic Con, and none of them were Doctor Who, and I didn't get any Doctor Who figures or anything because the stall of Doctor Who was there. Well, the prices for the items were just too much for me, in my opinion. And I went with Mum, and she basically said that it was way too busy and too much stress. And we did actually miss a photo with Shannon Purser from Stranger Things because, you get this token and you have to keep it and then give it to the people there, and then that's how you get confirmed that you can get a photo. And we lost it. So Mum just pulled me straight out of there, which was good. Good move from her. And then we attended a panel, and cool getting to hear Stranger Things actors and just basically staring at them for 45 minutes, and I just loved seeing them. And then at the end of the day, the very end of the Comic-Con, we got the other frame that we could have used for Shannon and Percy's photo. We probably should have just gotten a selfie at the table when we were paying for the auto. That would have just been easier, and we should have done that. But no, I wanted another thing because Mum said, like, is there anything else you want to get? And I did want to. So yeah, we made the wrong move, but how are you supposed to know? Like, there were some things that set us back, and yeah, it wasn't great. So nothing that we could really do about it. Now, I would tell you about the other events, but I got to tell you what this experiment is. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch 8 serials from the classic era and watch all part 1s, then all part 2s, all part 3s, all part 4s, or just do it in 4 rounds and work with it, because some of the serials are more than 4 parts, or they're shorter parts but longer, which is the case for season 22. So I'm going to just watch all of these and be on 8 serials at once. Some I'm rewatching, some I'm watching for the first time, and basically review all the episodes for 5 minutes each and do a series on this channel. I call this your Tegru's Doctor Who Marathon Watch. With this video being the introduction, I can tell you now that the 8 serials that I'm watching are An Unearthly Child, The Ark, The Power of the Daleks, Day of the Daleks, Terror of the Zygons, The Visitation, Attack of the Cybermen, and Remembrance of the Daleks. Yes, 8. So if I watched one episode or one batch of that particular serial every day, that would take 32 days. So this will definitely at least be a month-long project. And all of it will be uploaded as long-form YouTube videos like this one. Now, you could call them a podcast. They are basically that. But I want them to be uploaded as long-form videos because that's what I like posting the most. My Pizza vs. Skeletons series, that might continue, but now this is my main focus. Spoilers coming up. So, you have An Unearthly Child, where, well, the show starts and the teachers get stuck in the Doctor's TARDIS with Susan Foreman, and they go to the world of cavemen, I suppose, and they get trapped or something, I think. And then, well, the Ark, I've seen a bit of it, but I don't remember it at all. Power of the Daleks are being duplicated and keep saying, "I am your servant." Yep. And that is the first serial with the Second Doctor and Ben and Polly. Well, the only one of that TARDIS team, because then Jamie appears. Yep. And then Day of the Daleks, I have no idea. Terror of the Zygons, I have no idea. The Visitation, I have no idea. Attack of the Cybermen, something, I don't know, something to do with freezers or something. And there's like another race as well, but like a good one, I think. Look, I can't remember. It was ages ago since I watched it. And then Remembrance of the Daleks, where in episode 4, Davros is revealed to be the Emperor. So yes, I'm going to watch all of these parts in 4 different rounds, and this is how it's going to go. I'm going to do 5 minutes of each part, and for round 1, 2, and 3, I'll do 2 videos each, both being 20 minutes long. Obviously not exactly. It could end up being 21 or 19, who knows? No, definitely over 20. At least 20. But then for part 4, round 4, I will talk about all the parts I watch in the final round for 8 minutes instead. So that round 4 is over an hour. And then I will do another 15 minutes, like this introduction, for my final closing thoughts, where, yes, that will be the end. And then I'll release the whole thing as one big video, if anyone wants to watch it that way. I mean, you guys probably don't, because that's going to be 3 hours and a half long, but if you want to, that's your choice. I mean, I might do that, but I don't want to take up too much space, you know. I mean, I could, upload it and then get rid of it, so, yeah. So, as I said, I finished watching The Massacre today, and saw that the First Doctor was basically talking about all of his companions, Barbara, Ian, Vicky, at that time, and that they don't understand time, and he wants everything to play out as it did in history. He doesn't want anything to change. He could have saved Anne, and Stephen wanted him to, but he didn't, because he's not human enough. The First Doctor is not human enough. He doesn't think about what they want. He only thinks about what he wants to do. So, Stephen said he was going to leave the Doctor if he kept doing this. And then Dodo appeared, so that's why I'm watching the Ark. So, yep, the start of the experiment, the actual start, will start very soon. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this beginning episode. This will be the one that is most like a podcast. I will do something like this again in the future. But until then, I hope you're excited for what's to come. And I will see you very soon. Ta-ra!